Well, I suppose the American experiment was fun while it lasted, because this is what we're dealing with today. Yep, that's the official Instagram of the White House. I went and saw it myself. This is my own screenshot. Why was this posted? Well, just shortly before that, Trump posted on Truth Social, "Congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. All caps, long live the king." That is his own quote. So then, rather than being like, LOL, that's not what he meant, we're just going to double down and create this knockoff Time magazine cover and declare, long live the king. Yeah, this isn't funny. And it's not a joke. Everything that he says, you want to call it trolling. You want to call it funny. You want to call it so silly. You can't take him seriously. Guys, everything he says is testing the waters. He's just constantly checking what he can get away with. And we keep allowing him to get away with more and more and more. And by we, I mean this country as a whole. He's not being tempered at all. He's not being stopped at all. He's not being dissuaded at all. He's being allowed to run amok and behave like this. To say things on his social media like long live the king in reference to himself. And then the White House's social media is like, bet, long live the king. I just want you to remember, if you voted for him, you voted for that. That's what you voted for.
Hi beautiful people, how are you all doing? Welcome back again to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about King Donald Trump, right? Anyway guys, I have a different video compilation over here which I'm going to be rolling out, so feel free to watch them, share your thoughts, your opinion, what you think about this video in the comment section. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So let's dive right into it.
Under the executive order I signed last month, this new beautiful outdoor statue park, it's going to be a statue park. It's going to be unbelievable. We're picking the final sites now. It's between various states that want it very badly. We'll honor hundreds of our greatest Americans to ever live, including countless Black Americans, icons. The garden will predominantly feature incredible women like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, and Coretta Scott King. And I will showcase extraordinary. It will be something very extraordinary. It's going to be producing, we're going to produce some of the most beautiful works of art in the form of a statue from men like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Jackie Robinson, what a great athlete that was, Martin Luther King Jr., Muhammad Ali, he's not a bad athlete. What do you think, Muhammad? Not too bad. And the late Kobe Bryant. People love Kobe Bryant. And we're going to save Tiger Woods for another time. That's all that I can. I'm sorry. During Black History Month, we pay tribute to these heroes and to so many others, but not simply because they're Black heroes, but also because they are truly American heroes who inspire all of us, very much so.
We have some news right now. The official White House account has officially referred to Donald Trump, the President of the United States, as the king on the official White House channels. These are channels that are observed by foreign leaders and foreign governments across the world. This is the latest post from the White House. As you can see, it says Trump with a crown on his head like the king. It says, "Long live the king." This is in reference to a Time magazine cover. It's meant to look like one. And this was posted on the official White House social media accounts, their Twitter, their Instagram, all across their social media accounts, all for the world, for foreign governments, for adversaries and allies to see. This comes after Donald Trump called himself, said, "Long live the king," as he referenced New York's congestion pricing, where he directed the Secretary of Transportation to end congestion pricing in New York City, then called himself the king. Now I'm going to do a full breakdown of all of this and so much more on my Substack shortly this evening, so be sure to subscribe for free at the link in my bio. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along to stay up to date on all the news that you need to know about. There'll be more to come soon.
Guys, what do you think about this video? Do you think that our president Donald Trump was right for calling himself a king, the king, majesty? Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Don't forget to give it a like and Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I will be in the comment section waiting for you guys.
At 1:01 p.m. today, the U.S. Department of Transportation emailed us a letter from Secretary Duffy announcing their attempt to end the congestion pricing program in the state of New York. At 1:58 p.m., President Donald Trump tweeted, "Long live the King." I'm here to say New York hasn't labored under a king in over 250 years. And we sure as hell are not going to start now.
Good morning, friends. This is Aaron Stone. To anyone who's listening, to anyone who cares, this message is for those who serve at the behest of the president, who's now considered a clear and present danger by the Canadian government and by the European nations. It's time you turn your back. If you work the gates, it's time you turn your back. If you turn on the lights, it's time to turn them off. If you serve food, it's time to walk out. If you drive him anywhere, it's time to throw away the keys. If you fly him anywhere, it's time to land the plane. It's time, if you're a sniper, to turn your rifle and put it down. Because whatever you were serving, whatever you were think you were serving, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, I'm pretty sure you didn't expect us to want to invade our allies on the whim of a psychotic. He's a clear and present danger. And sadly, sometimes the end justifies the means. And the end is hopefully to win back democracy, to win back our freedom, to win back normalcy. If you're in the military, I have no idea, I have no concept of the pain and suffering that you've gone through. I can only imagine what it's like to take directions from a psychotic as well as an alcoholic who doesn't deserve to be in his position. You have a mission. Your mission was to protect us from all terrorists, to protect us, to really understand that those people that gave their lives for this country didn't do it to protect the life of a despot. You know your mission. You know what you need to do. It's sad that it's come to this. But laws don't matter. Rules don't matter. We have a despot. And it's up to those that are within the power to turn their back. And for those who still have some power to become a hero. History's watching. The world is watching. We need a hero. This is Aaron Stone. Please spread this message. If you work in the government, please turn around. And if you know anyone who works in the government, make sure they see this. This is no longer a joke. We can't wait for the feckless politicians, Democrats or Republicans. They're fearful. Everyone's fearful. It's time. It's time.
If Elon Musk's child's son, who's a literal toddler, feels comfortable telling Donald Trump to his face that he's not the president, he needs to go away, and that he needs to shut his mouth, this kid is a toddler, and he feels comfortable saying this to Donald Trump. What does that tell you about what Elon Musk is saying to Donald Trump behind closed doors? This kid didn't just come up with these things to say on his own. He heard that shit somewhere. Food for thought. That's it.
This video is going to be kind of long. It's probably actually going to be just the start of a series of videos because there's a lot of ground to cover and I don't think I can do it in just one video. There is so much going on right now. This is a video for anybody who views themselves as a patriotic American, whether you be Democrat, Republican, Independent. If you love the United States, if you love your country, if you love what it stands for, I'm asking you, please, even if it sounds like I'm saying things you hate, listen to this to the very end because it is important. I'm going to say what no one else wants to say in the media or anywhere else. Donald Trump is not a fascist. Donald Trump is a traitor. Donald Trump is a traitor to the United States of America, and he should be prosecuted as such. And before you turn and say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, yes, I do, and let me explain, because I can prove it. Every action Donald Trump has taken thus far, regardless of how he tries to couch it to the media, has done one of two things. It has either weakened the United States internally or externally, or it has strengthened the position of Russia, because Donald Trump is owned 100% by Vladimir Putin. Now, I don't know if that means that he's being blackmailed or if he's just made a deal, because after all, he's a businessman, and sold his soul in his country. Maybe they're building a palace for him in Russia right now that he gets to retire to after he's destroyed the United States from the inside. We shall see. But what do I mean when I say I can prove it? Let's take a look at some of the things Trump's done so far. Number one, he immediately has angered some of our closest allies. He angered Mexico. He angered Canada. Canada has been an ally of us since before the First World War. We have fought side by side in Normandy. Like, we have gotten along very well for a very long time. And in just a couple of weeks, he has soured that relationship. But he's going on also to anger Europe and anger the UK. Again, our strongest allies are Europe and the UK. Why are we picking a fight with the European Union? But we are. We recently had a speech made by our own Secretary of Defense that insulted Germany. Again, one of our strongest allies. This doesn't benefit us at all, to be calling our allies weak, which they're not, and to be antagonizing them and picking a fight. But it does really benefit Russia for NATO to be disjointed. And let's not forget, NATO is the North American Treaty Organization. It is meant to be a check on Russian aggression into Europe. So how convenient that Trump now is causing so much chaos within NATO, so much so that they're wondering whether we are going to back them if there's an actual shooting war, which would really seem like something Putin would like. Right now, they're negotiating between Russia and the United States about how to end the Ukrainian war. There's no Ukrainians there. They're just saying, we're going to figure this out. And we've already come out and said, or the president has already come out and said that, oh yeah, the borders can't go back to where they were and they can't join NATO. That's not for him to decide. That is not up for the president of the United States to make these decisions. It's not his country. But these are the talking points of Russia. Now let's look at some other things that has happened. We have the tariff that's been slapped on China, which angers China a little bit. Yeah, they're going to start tariffing us some more as well. Picking a fight with South Africa. So the extent that the South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa, has said American companies are no longer welcome in South Africa. Now that might seem odd to you. It doesn't seem so odd to me when you consider that both China and South Africa are part of the BRICS alliance. That is an economic alliance, and the countries involved, the initial countries involved, were Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So in addition to angering our own allies, he's also doing things to annoy the allies of Russia, the economic allies of Russia, and therefore push them further and further into Russia's camp. Now, if you're sitting at home and saying, well, what does it have to do to me with me if Russia has more political influence over the world? It has to do a lot. Maybe not right away, but it will. Let's take a look at some of the things that are happening. Russia wants Ukraine. Why does Russia want Ukraine? Some people can say oil. Sure, it's got that. But Ukraine is also the breadbasket of Europe. Millions of tons of grain come out of Ukraine. They're a massive agriculture area. Why is that so important? Because there's oftentimes famine and hunger and problems in Africa. And Ukrainian wheat under Russian control is a lot of influence in Africa. Africa has some of the greatest amounts of natural resources on this planet. Whoever controls Africa actually can control the world. And Putin wants us weak. And Putin wants us to be causing trouble and does not want us to be able to effectively counter him. If he controls Ukraine, he controls Africa. If he controls Africa, he controls the world. And at that point, he dictates to us what the dollar is worth. And Donald Trump is handing it to him. Now, I'm sure when I'm done with this video, I'm going to start getting all sorts of different questions, asking me things, and I'm going to respond to them because it's important you understand this. That Donald Trump is a traitor. He is selling us out. He is selling me out. He is selling you out, regardless of who you are. He doesn't care. He has made his fortune by being a businessman willing to screw whoever his business partners are if he thought it was to the best advantage. And right now, his business partner is the American people. Don't get me wrong. He's going to screw you too. He has a reputation for having people do work for him and then saying, I'm not going to pay you. And if you don't like that, we'll take it to court because I will drag this out and slow it down and make it so that you'll go bankrupt just trying to sue me. That is how he has done most of his construction work. You're his business partner now, America. He's going to screw you. So I hope you will all listen to me when I say we have to move against him. Whether you want to see him replaced with another Republican or an independent or a Democrat is irrelevant. The important part is he is a puppet of Vladimir Putin. What he is doing is against the Constitution. He is a traitor. And because he is a traitor, he must be removed from office. So this is also to our congressmen. You have a job not just to making sure that you're not going to get primaried in the next election. You have a job to the American people. Do your fucking job. Move against this asshole and get him out of the office.
Guys, like it was being said that Donald Trump tattooed himself, and he put the picture in his tweet and himself that he is the king, and that has gotten a lot of people talking. A lot of people were like, king, how are you king? And I don't know. I don't know why he did this. I don't know why he did this, and people have issue with that, for him calling himself king, the majesty, the king. Like that has really gotten a lot of people talking. But to me, in the other way around, as the president is also considered a king, right? Yeah, in my own opinion, I don't know about you, because for him being the president of United States, that means he's the king. Yeah, like in my place, the chief head is considered as a king. I don't know. Anyway, guys, let me know what are your thoughts, what you think about this video in the comment section. Don't forget to give it a like if you haven't done that, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be in the comment section waiting for you all. Hope to see you all in my next episode. Bye.